Welcome everyone to the webinar on product features and enhancements. This webinar is aimed to help investors and financing institutions to conquer their goals in terms of new to business acquisitions on the UB using Yubi Credit Marketplace. The UB Marketplace is currently associated with more than 80 plus financial institutions and banks who are actively participating on the platform and provides an opportunity to connect with almost 3,000 borrowers on UB. We offer lenders a one-stop platform to seamlessly connect with borrowers across the debt stack. Investors and lenders on the UB platform can automate the entire loan disbursement journey end to end, assignment of corporate and retail portfolios within the team, and service them with faster TATs and increased efficiencies. Across the board, our lenders have used features on the UB marketplace to discover borrowers using the preference setting. They have been able to streamline data requests and optimize processes in the loan disbursement journey using features like order management system. And this has helped them to deliver deliver to their customers financing in record times. The problem that most of the times our lenders face is navigating the 3,000 plus borrowers individually to find the most relevant borrowers in a most time efficient manner. Even with a curated list of borrowers from the 3,000 set that are in line with the banks or institutions policy, making an initial assessment and connecting with the borrower can be significantly time consuming. In this regard, UB helps to automate the process in the loan discovery journey with features like automatic expression of interest on recommended deals and helps you connect with the borrowers faster. With our new business rule engine that we will be demonstrating and talking through in this webinar, you will be able to preset preferences, which can help you refine and choose the right borrower from our extensive borrower pool. Under the business rule engine, we also have the programs module, which is designed to take dynamic inputs on credit parameters and financial products under offer from your institution or from your bank. Products such as purchase bill discounting, sales bill discounting, real estate financing, sale and leaseback, and any other loan schemes that your bank or your institution is keen on exploring and building business at. The programs module can also help you zero in and targeted and approach with it and have a targeted approach on specific borrowers that match the criteria that can be set on the programs module, and automatically also provides you an opportunity to calculate a tentative loan amount and parameters that will be suiting the borrower profile. With this, I would like to hand it over to Shashi and Anuja, the entire team, who will take you through the features, the enhanced features available on the UB Marketplace platform. Thank you, guys. Over to you, Shashi and Anuja.
Yeah. Thank you, Mudassir, for setting up the context. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. So what I'll do is I'll share my screen and I'll go through the product that we have built and the features which we have, introduced on our platform. So in the if you have any questions during the walkthrough, feel free to raise that question through the chats. So let me share my screen. So once you log into the platform, you will be landing on this page. So here there are multiple sections like the preference section. Then we have got a curation of deal for pre-approved UB loans deal. Then we have got green channel deals, recommended UB loans deals, and more UB loans deals, and other curations as well. So I'll be going through each of the curation in detail, like as we progress. So the first section is preferences. So what this preferences does is it basically captures your criteria based on which you want to evaluate the borrower. And based on that, it will recommend you the most relevant deal, which is, uh, which you might be interested in exploring that, right? So how to set that up? So for setting that up, you can simply click on this complete preferences. After that, you can select the product for which you want to configure. So you can select either UB loans or UB co-lending, right? So I'll select UB loans. After that, you will be landing onto this page. So from here, you can start setting up the preferences. So you can click set preferences and then give a name to the preference that you want to set up. So let's say I want to set up a preference for corporate and I want to take a look at the term loan deals. So I'll be setting up corporate term loan. After that, you can select the product that is UB loans and then the business type. So we have got two types of business type. One is financial institutions and the other one is non-financial institution. So financial institution basically covers all the financial, all the companies which, works in the financial sector. And then the other companies come under this non-financial institutions. After that, you can enter the revenue range for which you want to explore the deals. So let's say I want to explore 1 to 1000 CR. So it can be configured like this. After that, the instrument type. So since I am configuring this particular preference for term loan, so I'll select term loan over here. And then the constitution type. So constitution type can be anything: corporate, startup, LLP, or sole prop. So this one I'm configuring for corporate, so I'll select corporate over here. So these are some of the mandatory criteria that needs to be filled, and it is basically, used for segmenting the customers that we have on our platform. After this, you can click on the next button. And then here you can add more number of criteria like entity rating, rating agency. So all these criteria will be used for filtering and recommending you the deals. So here basically we have got three sections. One is your strict filter section. So what strict filter section does is whatever criteria that we have in this particular section, all those criteria needs to be met in order for the deal to be recommended to you, right? And then we have got two more sections. One is deviation and the other one is flexible. So deviation filters are basically, let's say there are, 5 criteria, and out of that 5 criteria, you have a condition that if 3 of those 5 criteria meets, then I want to explore that deal. Otherwise, I don't want to explore it. And flexible are, the filters, which is not a mandatory criteria for the deal to be recommended to you. So I'll quickly show how it can be configured. So I'll configure some of the deals. So let's say the minimum entity rating which I am looking for is B plus, and then the rating agency, I'll select everything. Preferred ticket size 10 to 50 CR. And use, I'm interested in capital expenditure, working capital, and acquisition. So you can configure as many number of criterias which you want to fill, and whichever is relevant to you. If it is not relevant, then you can skip that and remove it. So let's say I am not interested in preferred sector. So I can come here and I can delete that particular field, right? Same for negative sector also. If I don't want to configure, then I can delete it. But if I want to configure, some of the suits like that has been filed on the borrower, then I need to configure all these things, right? So I'll just configure some number in each of the things. So what I have done is I have configured like 13 criteria, which is under strict filter. So for any deal to be recommended to me, all these 13 criteria needs to be met by that particular deal and the borrower. Otherwise, the deal will be filtered out. Right. And if I want to add more number of criteria in this, then I can click on this add more button. And then I can see what are the other criteria based on which the deal should be recommended to me. So let's say I want to, I have a criteria that, I want to see, I want to explore only deals where there is some security coverage, right? So I select security coverage. And then security coverage will be coming over here and I can configure like, okay, I'm interested in 1 to 2.5. Oh, 1 to 2, right? So this was about strict filters. The other thing is about the deviation filters. So this is basically a section which can be used to have 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 criteria. So let's say I configure here preferred EBITDA, current ratio, and minimum DSCR, right? So I'm adding these 3 parameters, but let's say I don't want all these 3 criteria, like I don't want all these 3 criteria to be met, but if any of the 2 criteria meets, then it is good for me to, explore the deal. So I can configure two over here, and then I can configure the values over here. So let's say so yeah, so if these 2 criteria, like any of the 2 criteria meets the borrower in the deal, then that particular deal will be recommended. Otherwise, it will be filtered out.
There's a question.
Okay.
So we can take-
Okay, I think there is a question. So there's a question that does the borrower feeds the data from his end so that Yubi stores the details of these borrower, or how it works? So it works both the ways. The some of the data are taken from the borrower themselves, and also some of the data is data we get those data from third party sources, like the public information, whichever is public information that we get from the third party sources, and whatever data is private, those data we get from the borrower themselves.
There's a question, is it for both secured and unsecured lending products? In the answered one, but basically you can show the type of instrument, right?
Yeah.
Secured and a type of term loan in the attributes, maybe that clarify.
So other question was is it for both secured and unsecured? So yeah, we have both secured and unsecured. So it is.
Type of term.
So it is type of term loan. So here basically we ask whether it is secured or unsecured. So if it is secured, then you can only secured deals will be recommended. Or if you select both secured and unsecured, then both secured and unsecured will be recommended to you, right? Then we have got third section, which is your flexible filters. So flexible filters are basically the filters, basically the criteria based on which the deals won't be filtered out. Like it is not a strict criteria for the deal to be filtered out. Even if it matches or not matches, the deals will be recommended. But let's say if it matches, then in the recommendation list, it will be higher in the order and you will be able to, explore that deal. right? So let's say I add some financial attributes. Right. So let's say a deal, matches this criteria that debt to EBITDA is 2.5, then it will be recommended. And even if it doesn't matches, then also it will be recommended. But if it matches, then it will be higher in the order, right? Now, so other thing is customizations. Like, so for each of the field, you can customize it to uh, to another level. So let's say here you are setting up the criteria that, hey, I want to explore all the deals where, the minimum entity rating is B plus. So you can further add conditions on it. So here you can say that uh, I am okay to consider B plus, but if it is CRISIL, then I just want to explore the deals which has A plus or above. So you can select A plus here. Again, you can add more further, like add another field saying that, hey, if the minimum years of profitability of the organization is 5 years, then I am okay for considering double A rated companies. So like this, you can you can add conditionalities on each of the fields, right? And you can add as many as 10 conditions for each of the fields. So once you configure this, then you can click on submit. And also we have this auto EI functionality. So what auto express interest does is, so let's say if you select it and a deal or a borrower meets all the criteria that you have configured here, then the platform on your behalf will be expressing interest on those deals, and the borrowers will be notified about the expression of interest. And after configuring this, you can just click on submit. Now, let's say you want to configure one more one more preference for corporate term loan itself, but this one is for higher revenue. Let's say from 1500 CR to 2000 CR. So previous one we configured it for from 1 to 1000 CR, right? So we have got a copy functionality which can be used to copy copy the details from the preferences which you have already configured. So let me just show that. So basically, this will be helping you out when you are configuring multiple preferences. Then you can simply use this copy functionality. So you can click on this copy field from another preference, and whatever fields you have configured in the previous preference, same exactly everything will be copied on to this preference, and then you can modify based on your criteria. So let's say for this one, you don't want one of the rating agencies, so you can just remove some of the rating agency which you do not prefer. Or if you have for here, if you are looking for some higher preferred ticket size, so you can update it, right? And accordingly, like, you can update all the other fields based on your selections. And then you can click on submit. So once the policies is submitted, then the system will run the recommendation algorithm, and it will start recommending you deals. So those recommended deals can be seen on the home page. So here we have got recommended deals, right? So this particular section will cover all the recommended deals that you are getting. So this is basically the top 10 deals that has been recommended to you will be coming over here. So each of the deal can be explored. So you can further explore by clicking on the slider and take a look at all the recommended deals. And then let's say there are more than 10 deals that has been recommended to you based on the preferences which you have configured, then you can, then the other deals, like the top 10 was getting recommended here, and the other deals will be getting recommended in this particular section. That is more UB loan deals based on your preferences. So here again, you can click on this slider to explore all the other deals. Also, you can click on view all button to see the entire list in one go. So right now we are showing all the deals that were part of that particular curation. So for more UB loan deals, we had 43 deals. So here we are showing all those 43 deals. Going forward on this particular page, we'll be having filters and sorting options as well. So this page will basically help you to identify the right deal in just a couple of seconds.
And in case you have checked auto EI.
Yeah. And so the first section is your pre-approved UB loan deal. So here, so let's say you have checked auto express interest while configuring your preferences. So those deals will be shown over here. So here you can see that it is response pending. So what basically means is the expression of interest has already gone to the borrower on your behalf, and the borrower has to take an action on these particular deals, right? Like they will have to like they will be accepting your expression of interest, and then the discussion can go ahead, right?
Yeah, so basically you don't need to, if you have the auto express interest enabled, you don't really need to even manually express interest in each deal that is recommended to you. Everything will be done automatically for you, and the borrower will be notified as long as your preferences match with the borrower and the deal. The borrower will automatically be sent the expression of interest.
Yeah. So next is I'll quickly show a deal. So once you click on the deal card, you will be seeing all the details of that particular deal. So here we are showing the detail of this deal, like the location, industry, the amount, ROI, tenure, what was the security type, right? What was the type of the deal, term loan, working capital, and so on. Also, we have got about deal section, like the details, loan type, end use, and so on. Then about the company, like name, description, and other details like revenue, net worth, EBITDA, PAT, right? Then also we have got company financials where, you can see all the financial attributes of the company, like revenue, net worth, PAT, EBITDA. You can also see in both quarterly and annually basis, right? Then the shareholding pattern and the borrowing profiles can be seen here. And then if you have any query, then you can post a query using this particular button, right? And the query will be going to the borrower, and he or she will reply to that query, right? So on this particular, when coming on to this particular level, there is another problem which is normally being faced, that at this point you will have to calculate what is the lending amount that you want to offer to the borrowers, right? So our platform has the capability of calculating that as well. So how that can be done? So for that, again, you just need to click on the preferences. So we have got programs. You will have to configure programs. So what programs basically does is, it is basically another stricter criteria of the criteria that you have set in the preferences. And based on that, it will identify some set of deals for which you want to set the program. And then we have got, and then by using a calculator, you can just, the system will calculate what is the tentative loan amount, tentative ROI, and tentative tenure that that a particular borrower or deal is eligible for, right? So let's say so you have configured preferences by coming onto this tab. Now you can click on this program tab and then start creating a program. So you can click on create program. I'll just mention corporate term loan program. Then you need to select the preference that you have configured. So basically for each of the preference, you can configure multiple programs, and in each of the program will be helping you to calculate the tentative loan amount, ROI, and tenure, right? So you can select the preference. And then you can start configuring each of the values. So whatever was selected, so the same you can either narrow it down. So the same set of values can be narrowed down so that you are basically making more and more strict criteria, and based on that, for a particular set of deal, like whatever gets filtered out by setting up the criteria for those deal, you can set the calculator. So let's say here you in the preferences you configured 1 to 500. So here you can further narrow it down to let's say 1 to 150 CR. And then for preferred tenure, you can configure it to 1 to 10 CR. And similarly, you can do for other fields as well, right? And then on the next page, we have got eligibility calculator. So what eligibility calculator will do is it will capture the formula based on which the tentative loan amount, ROI, or tenure needs to be given to the borrower. So here we have got couple of sheets like your banking, balance sheet, profit and loss statement. So by using all these, so this is basically just a template which is capturing some sample data. And based on these sample data, you can create the formula based on which you wanna calculate the loan amount. So let's say here I have just set a very simple formula that is, whatever was the loan applied using this banking balance sheet and profit and loss statement. And okay, by using this banking balance sheet, profit and loss statement, you can create any formula and then set it up over here. That is for eligible loan amount. And same, you can set a formula for ROI and tenure. Now, whatever formula which you sets over here, what this will do is the same formula will run across all the borrower, that whatever we have got in our database for all the borrowers, and it will calculate tentative loan amount, ROI, and tenure for each of the borrower, and then that will be sent to the borrower. So how it will look? So once you set this up, then on the deal detail page itself, you will be able to see the formula over. You will be able to see the tentative amount that a particular borrower or a particular deal is eligible for, right? So here this particular deal was eligible for 18 CR or 7.5 for 7.5 ROI and 4 years tenure, right? And the ask, we are also showing the ask. What was the ask? So the ask was 18 CR and so on. So yeah. So pretty much that's it, which I wanted to cover. So if there are any queries, then we can cover all of them.
There is a query from Manikandan. I think Anuja has answered, but we can elaborate on that.
Hmm. Yeah, so when EOI is sent, so we basically communicated through a notification that EOI has been done on a particular deal. So that particular borrower will be notified that an EOI has been done on your deal, and then that borrower has to take an action. They need to accept the EOI.
There is another question. The curated list of clients populated bases our preferences. Should we contact them or UB will coordinate with them?
Mm. So you will get the recommendation on the homepage itself. Now, by exploring those deals, you can express your interest. And after that, once the expression of interest is accepted, then like you can get in touch with the customer also, right? So we have got order management system page over here where we connect both. Where we connect both the lenders and the borrowers.
Three open.
So login credential for this site. So I think, yeah, we'll get in touch with you, like how to get access the site.
So basically every user will have separate login credentials. And that can be shared by, the respective business counterparts on UB's end with you. In terms of how do we connect with client, so basically you will be able to see all the deals that are available on the platform, right? You can express interest on them. We will reach out to the client or the borrower and say that there's been an expression of interest. The borrower will accept that expression of interest, which means both now the bank or the NBFC, basically you, the lender, and the borrower have accepted that you guys want to work together, right? Once that acceptance happens from the borrower side, we will connect both the client and the lender, the borrower and the lender on the platform, on the UB platform. And you will be able to converse with the borrower directly on the platform itself. So that part we haven't demoed, how once the acceptance of EI comes from the borrower, how you can connect right with the borrower. That we'll be doing a separate session, or maybe you can just showcase it. We don't need to go through details of it, but you can just showcase that once an EOI acceptance happens, there's a portal that opens up where all the conversation between you and the borrower can be done, and the status can be tracked as well. So once you click on orders on the top right corner, this will basically showcase, all the borrowers that have accepted your EI. And now you can start conversing with them here.
So regarding this Excel, so
Repeat the question because participants
Yeah.
are not able to.
So we have a question that, regarding this programs, whether Excel will be generated automatically or do we need to pre-feed the details? So you just need to uh, pre-feed your formula once. Now, based on that, pre-feed your formula once in the template, which we are showing onto the platform. Now, based on that formula, it will just run across all the borrowers that we have on our platform. And then a tentative, like based on that formula, a tentative loan amount or ROI and tenure will be calculated and will be sent to the borrower.
Any other open questions? Any open questions, feel free to just put it on the Q&A box. Else, I think in another minute or two, we can conclude. Also, everyone, I would urge you all, if you already have login credentials, please log in and start using or setting up your preferences. That way, I think once you start setting up these preferences, feel free to, offline contact us and ask any questions or challenges you face. For those who don't have login credentials yet, please get in touch with us and we'll provide those to you. Mudassir, anything to add from your side?
Nothing, Navya, nothing from our side.
All right. Okay, great. I guess we don't have, we have a question. To whom I need to get in touch for login credentials? Mudassir, can you answer that?
Raja, you will have, Raja, can I know which bank are you from? So we'll ask someone from our team to get in touch with you. You'll have your Spock from UB who will help you with the login credentials. Can you just let us know which bank are you from?
I think he's replied on chat. Mudassir, we'll connect him
Okay,
with.
makes sense. Take it.
All right, everyone, there's a poll that has been just circulated. If you want, if you have like, it's just a second, please share your feedback on the poll. And I think.
Can you just repeat again? Shabana is again asked. We will send an email. In that response, they can respond. Who's an article you can accept? If you can just.
Yeah, after this webinar, we'll be sending an email. And
If you want,
if you want a login credential, we will reply to that particular email. Thank you everyone for joining. Feel free to reach out to us if there are any concerns or any questions with respect to UB. Thank you.